Hi everyone, this is Rosie, and today I would like to discuss two different methods for upsizing your bag making patterns. So let's get started. I have two sets of pattern pieces here for making Hannah's sling, and each set has been increased in size using two different methods. This set here was upsized by printing the pieces out on my printer at 115% of its original size. And this set here has been increased in size using a cut and paste method. And I would like to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of using either method. And I'm going to start by talking about the set that was upsized on my printer. When you resize your pattern pieces on your printer, it's automatically going to change the height, width, and depth of those pieces. But something else that you will need to look out for is that it can also change some of the proportions of the pieces, which could affect the construction of the bag. And I want to demonstrate that using the front zipper pocket pattern piece that I have here. So this again is the upsized piece, and this is the original size of the pattern. If I measure the distance from the outside edge to my stitching line for the zipper pocket, I get a measurement of 1 inch. If I take the same measurement on the upsized piece, it's 1 1/8 of an inch. Now this measurement here needs to be 1 inch wide for your zipper to set in properly. Because it's wider on this piece, you would have to make an adjustment during construction. And if you're interested in seeing that adjustment, I do have a video where I sewed Hannah's sling up at 115%. By the same token, if you were to decrease the size of the pattern, this measurement would not be quite as wide, and that also would be a problem for setting in your zipper. Another difference that you're going to see proportion-wise is that this area here, which is going to be for the zipper opening, is going to be higher than this section here. That is not going to be a problem for construction. And then lastly, if I compare the pieces, you're going to see that the dart here is deeper on the upsized piece. That is going to give you a deeper pocket, which also is not a problem for construction. Upsizing your pattern pieces on your printer is a fast, popular, and easy way of creating a larger bag, and does have many advantages. Just make sure that you look ahead to see what changes you need to make during construction. And as far as the gusset is concerned, increasing the size you print these pattern pieces out is going to increase the depth of the bag. If you don't want to increase the depth of the bag, then you can cut out your pieces a little less wide, but you do need to use the length. Now, some patterns do not provide the pieces for your gusset, and I will talk about that later in the video. Next, let's take a look at the cut and paste method. With this method, you have complete control over the height, width, and depth of the bag, and it preserves all of your proportions, but it is a lot more work. Let's take a look at the front zipper pocket piece. And I'm going to compare that to the original pattern. Now, because we're just taking the original pattern and cutting it up, we really haven't changed anything. So the distance for your zipper here is going to be 1 inch on each piece. The height of that zipper pocket here is the same on each piece. And also, the depth of your dart is going to be the same. This method also preserves the depth of your bag with your gussets, but if you wanted to make the bag wider, you can do that too. Now in the next step, I will show you how to use this method. Now I'm going to demo how you would resize your bag patterns manually. I'm only going to work on the exterior pieces. If you have pieces for your interior, you would use the same method. And I will start with the front and back exterior. Now this pattern is great because it already has the center marks marked. So I'm going to take a ruler and I want to mark straight across from one side to the other using those center lines. And then the next step would be is to cut your pattern in half using those marks. So now I have the pattern cut into 4 pieces, and we want to make it 1 inch wider and 1 inch taller. So I have a piece of paper here with some lines drawn on it. So this section right here is 1 inch wide, and this section right here is 1 inch wide. So all I'm going to do is take each one of these pieces and place them where those lines are. And I'll use some Scotch tape to hold it in place. And then I'll just go ahead and connect all these lines. So now this piece is 1 inch wider and 1 inch taller. And then you can just go ahead and cut out that pattern piece. Next, I have the piece for the exterior front zipper pocket. We'll do the same thing. I have the center mark on the top and bottom of the pattern piece, and I'm just going to draw a line between those marks. And then I'll use this line here as my center line from side to side. So once again, we'll just go ahead and cut these pieces on those lines. And then I prepared another piece of paper where I have the lines that are 1 inch wide from top to bottom and 1 inch wide from side to side. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I did for the exterior front and back pieces. And again, I'm going to connect these lines. And the ones up here. And for the sides, I can just put in a little piece of filler paper. And I will tape those in place. And connect the lines. Lastly, we need to increase the size of both our top and bottom gusset pieces. First, we'll work on the width. Since we increased the width by 1 inch, we want to add 1 inch to each one of these gusset pieces. I have some pieces here with lines that are 1 inch apart. So just like we did before, we'll tape these in place. Then I will do the same thing to the bottom piece. And I will draw those lines. Now the pieces that we just added will account for the width, but it's not accounting for the height of the bag, because remember, your gusset pieces are going to fold around this way, and these tails right here would be for the height. So we need to add something to the end of each one of these gusset pieces. And since the bag is 1 inch higher, I like to split the difference between the top and bottom, so I'm going to add a 1/2 inch to each end of my gusset pieces. So again, I have these strips of paper here with lines that are 1/2 inch apart, and I'll just tape them in place. Then I'll go ahead and I'll do the same thing to the bottom. So you may be asking yourself, well, wait a second, all I've really done is add 2 inches to this entire piece, because I have a 1/2 inch on each end, which is 1 inch, plus 1 inch in the middle. That equals 2 inches. Why can't I just add 2 inches all at once? And the answer is, of course you can. I'm just doing it this way to demonstrate to you what the changes are and why we're making them. So now I will go ahead and add my 1/2 inch pieces to the bottom gusset. Then I'll mark some lines here, and then you can go ahead and cut the pieces out. Now I want to point out that not every single pattern gives you the pieces for your gusset. For Hannah's Sling, I do give you those pattern pieces, so if you choose to increase the size of the pattern on your printer, you're all set. There's nothing for you to adjust. But if you do not have those pattern pieces, then what you would need to do is print out your pattern, figure out what the difference is in size for height and width, and then once you've figured out how long your gussets need to be, you'll have to go ahead and cut and paste just like we did here. Well, I hope that this video has been helpful and informative. Let me know which method you would prefer to use. There are definitely advantages and disadvantages to each one. I want to sincerely thank everyone who has supported me by liking my videos and subscribing to my channel. If you're not already a subscriber, I would love to have you as one. I would also love to see you over at my Facebook group, which is Rosie and David Patterns. I have many free patterns on this channel that you can explore, and I also have patterns for purchase in my Etsy shop. And again, if you would like to see Hannah's Sling sewn up at 115%, I'll put a link to that video in the description below the video. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe.